Hi everyone, welcome back. Certification or interview questions from MuleFlow or MuleFlow Scope. So today's questions are very interesting questions, and every developer should have a knowledge on this. And these questions are combined with URI parameter, query parameter, and also with HTTP connector. So let us quickly jump on to the first question. So web client submits a request having URI parameter user ID and query parameter first name. Localhost 8081 API user 1234. This is a URI parameter user ID and this is a query parameter first name Michael. So the question is, what all we can access at second logger? Refer flow diagram. So let us see what is the flow diagram. See this. So here we are receiving a request to this place. So means we are receiving URI parameter and query parameter to this, and we are setting a payload here and we are creating a variable here. Okay. And we are calling this child flow using this HTTP requester. So the question is, what all we can access at second logger at this place? So what all you can access from these four: URI parameter, query parameter, payload, and variables. From these four, what all you can access at second logger? Options are URI parameter, query parameter, variable, payload, only payload, nothing, and variable and payload. So let us see. So here, as we are connecting to child flow using HTTP request, attributes will be replaced. So we lose all our old attributes. Means you cannot access these URI and query parameters in this place at this logger. So that is clear. And variable. So when you are calling your subflow with flow reference, definitely you can access this variable in the child flow. But here you are connecting to the child flow using HTTP requester. So in this case, this child flow can be any third-party application. So there is no link. So here you cannot access this variable in your child flow. So means here and also payload. Payload we are sending because we are doing a post request to the child flow. So we can access payload here. So answer is we can only access payload. So B, only payload. And let us see in the MuleFlow. This is actually that screenshot is taken from here only, and this application is already running. So let me submit a request to this. I just sent one, and let me stop it here. Okay, so now what all are available? One flow variable is created and we are assigning one payload here. And in attributes, we can see query parameter. See, first name equal Michael is query parameter, and URI parameter user ID equal 1234. So we can see all here. Another question is what all you can access it second logger, right? So let us stop this at second logger. See, in the second logger, if you go here, query parameter is empty, 0 size. So there is no query parameter and there is no URI parameter and no variable. So only payload is there. So only payload is the correct answer for that. So what is this error? So this is timeout exception, so no problem. We stopped for a long time, right? Okay, let me release this. So let us jump on to the second question now. A web client submits a request having URI parameter user ID. This is same. So we are sending user ID 1234, sorry, query parameter 1234, and sorry, URI parameter 1234 and query parameter Michael as the first name. So what all we can access it? Third logger. Let us see the flow again. So here, third logger means here. So at this place, what all you can access? So as I said, in this place, we are calling to the child flow using HTTP request, right? So here we are losing our attributes, means we are losing our URI parameter and query parameter. Okay. And coming to variable, the variable you cannot access here, but you can access variable here because this is created in the same flow. So and payload we can access. So answer for this is we can access variable and payload. Means for this answer is variable and payload. D is the answer. So let us see this in the flow. So we need to stop here. So let me remove this toggle point here. I'm just triggering the flow. So it is stopped here. So we already looked into this, right? But let me quickly show you. So one variable is there, one payload is there, and in attributes you can see query parameter and also see one query parameter size is 1 and URI parameter size is 1. And now let me stop at the third logger. So here, if you go back and look into the query parameters and URI parameters, you cannot see them. See? So there is no query parameter and URI parameter, but still you can access this variable that we have created here and the payload. So means payload and variable is the answer for this. Let me release this. So D is the answer. So let us move on to the third question. So web client submits a request. This is same. And what all we can access it second logger. But the flow diagram is different here. See here, the flow diagram is different. So what is the difference you can see here? So this here we are connecting to the subflow, sorry, other flow using flow reference. For the first and second question, it was having a HTTP requester here, and we are having HTTP listener here. But here, only flow reference. So what all you can access it? Third logger. I think you already know about it, but let me quickly run this one and then show you. So this is the diagram for that. So first one. So let me trigger that. Yep, that is stopped here. So here, this is the question, right? So, and we can see, one variable, one query parameter, URI parameter, payload, and variable. So let me stop this at third logger. Means it is stopped at third logger, right? So what all you can see? Variable is there, payload is there, and you can also see attributes. Because we are connecting using flow reference, right? So these always stay there. URI parameter, and you can see query parameter. So answer for this is A. So you can access URI parameter, query parameter, variable, and payload. And we can see few more interesting questions from the flow scope. Yep, we can see them in the next video. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck with your certification.